what happens. Hi, welcome to the podcast. See what happens. Today's a very special one. Well, every day is a very special one when we have our co-host and lady of the house, and as she likes to refer to herself as the humble.
I am the humble Patricia, my Schneider.
Well, the humble opinion of the Mexicans, what I was hoping you were going to go to.
Well, yeah, I like to give my humble opinion.
Good, you should.
I should, yes. Even when when no one asks for my opinion, I like to give my opinion. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me better?
Good. We're recording now.
I was fine, but you're deaf. That's a problem.
No, now it's fine. That wasn't fine before, and I'm deaf.
It was fine.
No, it's fine. It's so funny because last night you're like, or 2 nights ago, you were saying like, you can't hear the toilet dripping, and I didn't want to say
no.
I didn't want to say no. Of course I can hear it because, as you said the other night, men don't want to ever show weakness.
Yes, that's
so. What
true.
is that all about?
I don't know.
Why are you reading stuff like that?
No, I was listening to this book, The Power of Vulnerability.
What is it called?
The Power of Vulnerability.
Who's that by?
Brené Brown. And
Brittany Brown?
No, Brené.
Brené?
Brené. Or Brené. I don't know how to pronounce her name properly.
It's probably Brittany.
No, it's not.
Brené. Why would anyone call themselves Brené when they can easily just go with Brittany?
Because Britney is taken. It's Britney, bitch.
Okay. So Brené Brown.
So that girl.
Fake name. I can already tell. That's like Helen Gurley Brown. It's like a fake name.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Brené.
Anyways.
And she's not even black. Why would she go with a name like Brené?
Good Lord, Schneider. Let me tell you the story.
Like Shaquilla or something.
Come on. Stop interrupting.
I'll take a shot of Shaquilla. And here is Shaquilla. So go on. I'm sorry.
All right. So this woman was talking about how men, they never want to show weakness. And all of the insecurities that are related, to men are always,
Yes.
they always have to do with weakness.
Why are you looking at me like that for?
I'm just looking at what are you doing?
Okay.
But and for women, it's like for their physical appearance. It's just. I mean, she's not as far as I know, she's not a therapist or psychologist. She does research. So these are like facts.
So what does that mean? So the facts.
Yes, these are facts.
Okay.
So, anyways, she's great.
So what were some more of the stuff that you said about me, or what were you thinking? I mean, what were you saying? What else? What other facts did you find out?
Well, that's like the main one. So I think it's important that us partners and couples that we never make ourselves feel bad in those specific places because it really hurts.
Because that's where we're vulnerable.
Yes, that's where we are the most.
And you could get us. And that what is that? What happens to the people when they're picked on in their place of weakness? They get what?
Well, they get depressed or they get angry or it's not nice.
Or they get even, bitch.
But it's not nice.
Yeah, so that's true though. So and then there's that great book that you read.
Which one?
You've only read a couple.
You're such a liar.
No,
actually, by the way, let me tell you something right now. I do read. And I do finish the books I'm reading.
I know.
Unlike someone I know.
I just kind of get about halfway. I got enough of this one.
Yes, exactly.
No, when the body says no. That's what you learn. Yes. And this other book that's in Spanish that doesn't have an English by Gabor Mate. Dr. Gabor Mate. He's a genius, this guy. And the other book that you read, which is in Spanish, which you refused to try to get me an English language of, is like...
really I don't want you to know that, I don't want you to have that knowledge.
Well, it's about the... every illness has a mental connection to it.
An emotional.
Emotional
connection.
That is an emotional root. I guess the where it really comes from is an emotional thing that becomes a physical problem.
Absolutely.
And the book says everything.
Everything.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, there are a bunch of things in there, but for instance, if you have. If you wanna hear something crazy, like
always, that's what Patricia says when I ask her. She says, you want to hear something crazy? Because always. She just lights up, and the chance to hear something horrible about somebody else is not
No.
Yes.
Maybe
Okay, what
a
is?
little bit.
Okay, what?
I forgot what I was going to tell
Do you want to hear something?
Yeah, I know. There's so many crazy things that I could
Those are
say.
crazy stories.
No,
about
we were
health.
talking about the book, right? Sorry. I just,
Yeah,
I have
book.
the mom brain now. Yes, no, I was going to tell you
There,
about
it
certain
came back
things.
to you,
yeah,
didn't
it came back.
Like a little maze hole in your brain.
I know.
The rat was going around.
I know,
all
it's like
of
a
sudden
rat opening drawers, taking files out, reading them. It's like, not this one, not this one.
Yeah.
So, so I was going to tell
What's
you.
this file say?
Hernias.
Hernias?
This is a good one.
Hernia.
Hernia. Well, that's why I have here my translator from English to better English. So,
Hernia.
Stop it already.
Okay.
So
Hernia.
Hernia.
That's it.
There you go. Is my gift for you and for everyone else.
Gracias por todo, mi amor.
So
Hernia.
If you have a hernia,
Yes.
it's because you are having a lot of conflict with your spouse.
Or because you shouldn't have lifted the couch by yourself.
No,
and try to put it in
no,
the
no,
pickup
no, no.
truck to move.
But you know what? That's what people think, that we always think that, it's because you lifted something that it was too heavy, or because you
I get hit by a motorcycle. People always think
but let me tell you,
it's emotionally connected.
Yes,
that motorcycle.
Yes, not the motorcycle,
what?
or well, maybe even accidents. Sometimes
even
we
accidents
attract
sometimes.
that. Yes.
Yeah, sometimes.
No, but what I'm saying,
we cross the street without
if
looking.
you let me finish,
Yes, darling.
is that see, I forgot again.
No,
Motherfucker.
Hernia. You're saying hernia is directly related to?
Yes, to spousal problems.
Wow.
Yes, and usually when you develop the hernia, is because you cannot
What?
take that person anymore.
Wow.
Yes, is
What about people who are listening who have hernias right now?
well, now you know.
Okay. What about single people out there that have hernias? It's a different thing, right?
No, it has to have some sort of correlation.
Relationship.
Yes. Yeah. Look, men have been for a long time working, like carrying super heavy stuff. It's not like the body is not designed to carry heavy weight.
Right.
So no, everything has an emotional connection. Arthritis, for instance,
Totally.
it has to do with feelings of abandonment. No, feelings of abandonment, and every single illness. It's crazy. It's crazy how accurate
Every
it
illness.
is.
But what are some other ones? Because that hernia, I mean, a lot of people can go, okay, I might buy that. But what are some other ones? Like, what would you say? Is another one that would be?
Well, you know what? What we should do maybe is we should have like an Instagram live and have people asking about
that's a good idea.
Specific illnesses, and I'll look for them and I'll
Why
read
are we
them.
wasting our time doing a podcast? We can do an Instagram live.
And I'll read them in Spanish, and no one is going to understand.
That sounds like an amazing plan.
Yeah.
So I mean, but it's clearly you're at a different point in your life. Before you didn't believe that everything would have some emotional thing, because you do come from a more of a science, engineering background. I mean, your dad's a scientist.
Yeah.
And so...
but, look, he's not a scientist. My dad is a chemist.
Well, that's in the science field.
But, but I would say that he is the type of man that if you don't have a way to prove it...
Yeah,
he won't believe in it. So
well,
he's
I buy that.
How do you call the people who don't believe in God? Atheists?
Atheists.
Atheists. Yeah. So
assholes is what I like to call them. Bunch of assholes.
Well, my dad.
Godless pagans. I like to call them godless pagans.
But you know what? Let me tell you something.
Well, let me tell you something.
Sorry, that's an inside joke.
This is our friend Joe Goosey, who'll be coming over one of these days.
Yes, I can't wait.
Let me tell you something.
I can't wait for him.
Will you come in on that one? Will you come in on that one?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so continue now.
So, anyways, so my dad, right? That he likes facts.
Yeah, he needs to be.
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm for facts
when
too.
I'm
just not for facts that there's a difference between scientific fact and consensus. Because there's a lot of a consensus, and then people get angry about like global warming, which I believe that we're definitely, we're at 415 parts per billion for CO2s, carbon in the atmosphere, and that's the greatest ever that's been measured by humans. However, the planet has had that before, so I don't feel like I'm in a position to be like cocky about that specific
You're 100%
issue.
right about that.
I don't feel like I can be. I'm not in any position. I haven't been on the ice cores. I've been poking and gone down to So I don't feel like I should be like cocky about. Listen, you climate denying asshole. I don't feel like that. So, but I do think like your dad is open minded, and you are.
Yeah.
But you've crossed over more into this more holistic or a whole body kind of idea.
Yes.
Which you have been more. What was that
Yes.
transition for you to get to that place?
I don't know.
Okay, and we'll be
But
right
look,
back. This
I
is a
remember-
pleasure having you here.
No, but I remember when I was younger,
Yes.
I had that conversation with my dad because my dad, he doesn't believe in God, but
Yeah.
my mom is very religious.
Uh-huh.
So that was like conflict, right? All the time.
Now, which one of those two are going to go to hell?
Well,
So what?
I did the math already, but
So what was that? Did that lead to conflict?
well,
in the
yeah, and I
family?
remember like once
Where
they
did
were
you come out on that?
they were like having that conversation, and I told my dad, I said, Dad, do you only believe in things that you can prove? And he said, yes. And I asked him, do you think I love you? And he said, yes. And I said, prove it. And that was it. He was like, silence.
Yeah,
And there are things that you cannot prove,
that do exist.
but
yeah.
they exist.
Well, I believe that too. I mean,
You know?
as Richard Feynman would say, great mathematician. No one's seen an unobserved atom, so we don't know what the hell they're doing when we're not looking at them. So the point being is that I think the idea of any fundamentalist thought that takes away doubt, when you remove doubt out of the equation in anything, you're in trouble because you're no longer questioning things. And I think that leads to what I talked about on another podcast here on the See What Happens, is fundamentalism. I'm against fundamentalism in any aspect, whether it's religious fundamentalism or what I like to call the new religion, science. And as another fundamentalist thought, because anytime it's a closed off, I'm not against science. I'm against a closed off science that says it's settled and that we've got it figured out, and it's a certain arrogance. When they say like God does not exist or does not, it's a certain
But I
it's
think
a form
also,
of elitism.
Well, but it's the interpretation also of every person. I wouldn't say every scientist.
I'm not saying every scientist. Okay, I am. I'm not saying
are.
every scientist, but I'm saying so. So you made this transition over
Yes.
to my thinking.
No, just your thinking. Listen to you. You wish.
So I was able to subvert you to my point of view about everything.
No, look, I
No?
was so desperate that I needed to understand what the heck was going on.
Okay.
So yes.
No,
By the
but-
way, did you see what I'm eating right now?
By the way, and I know we don't have cameras in here yet. David, our lovely producer, David Tanner.
Mm-hmm.
David, we got to get some cameras up in the corners here. We'll get that next. David's done a great job of just making sure this is up and going. But here's the thing. Patricia's eating a Mexican dish, which this is one of the ones I don't completely understand.
Of course.
You've subverted me to your entire theory of food,
Well, yeah,
which
you
is
have
basically...
you have 10 years eating Mexican food every day.
I love Mexican food. I don't know if you guys love Mexican food. I eat it every day.
He
I
has
have no choice. I have no choice, as Patricia says.
Yes.
My lovely wife. But she's eating pineapple with this kind of, it's spicy, but it's also kind of sweet, that
Yeah,
stuff, right?
tajin.
Tajin.
Yes.
Now, what the hell is that?
I don't know. Nobody knows. That's the beauty of it.
So
a
it's
secret.
she's got sliced pineapple, chunked, I should say, chunked
Yes.
pineapple. In this beautiful...
Tajin, which is a little bit of chili and has a little bit of salt and lemon and sugar and I don't
and
know
then you
what
put
other
lemon on top of it,
ingredients.
right?
Yes, you
Lemon's
can.
the kicker, because they use that lemon. They literally, you could put your shoes on. You go, I need.
we
I need to
yeah.
put some lemon on my socks first
Well,
before I
we
get
use
some
lemon for everything in Mexico. Literally everything. Like if you don't have hairspray, you can put a little bit of lemon in your hair and it's going to get, a little harder.
Oh, perfecto.
If you don't have the other end, you can use a little bit of lemon juice and then
Oh, deodorant?
yes.
Really?
Yes. And if you have like, it's just you can use it for everything.
Really?
Yeah, like if you have stinky feet,
if you have stinky feet,
you can put lemon on your feet.
why are you looking at me for stinky feet when you say if you have stinky feet? Like I have stinky feet.
If you no, you don't have stinky feet.
But the thing is, look,
No, you're very clean. I love that about you.
All right, thank you. So, but the thing got me was like you put it in chicken soup, which that was like
It's delicious.
I know.
What are you talking about?
I get it. I get it now.
Now he puts it on chicken soup too.
I do. I do. You a couple of secrets for the chicken soup lovers out there that you use, which I am all for now, is this whole thing with cilantro.
Yes.
I mean, would you guys use it?
That's another thing we use for everything.
Yeah, cilantro.
If you don't have the other end, you put cilantro in there. No, just kidding. No, but you can use cilantro and mint. Mint is the key.
Mint is the key.
Chicken
You know,
soup.
that's what you got me for. Mint in hamburgers. That was like a
Oh
shocker.
yeah. Or
That
meatballs.
That was a shocker because I didn't expect that.
Just a little bit to add a little bit of flavor.
You know, to me, it's like that was as shocking to me because I'm a foodie. You're a foodie.
Yes.
And a shocker to me was like when I found out Spanish capers
Oh.
was in this secret dish. This Umbrian dish from San Francisco. Capers. It's a mayonnaise.
That's a very strong flavor.
Yeah.
Capers. I don't use them as
but capers and then the sauce of the
lot.
capers in the mayonnaise dish. Well, we'll do a whole cooking thing.
Yeah, we should.
But anyway, capers with the olive oil. And not extra virgin because it's too strong. Just regular crappy olive oil, like just olive oil, no extra virgin.
Okay.
And then with capers, with eggs, with juice of 5 lemons.
Crappy eggs or good eggs?
And the good eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Don't eat the crappy eggs. Get the pasture raised eggs. Because by the way, I worked with chickens one time. I didn't eat chickens for years after that because they're such a filthy animal. Makes you think twice about like eating chicken. But then again, we eat, I think 80 million chickens die a day in America.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm hungry.
I know. But anyway, the pasture-raised chicken seems like they're at least outdoors.
I don't know about that.
They're running around. They don't even know they're going to get killed. They go, hey, what's up? Just like that,
I don't know. Well, I've never seen it, so I can't really say.
My mom cut the heads off of 6 pigeons in our house because my mom's Filipino. There was, as I say, the only thing that Asians, the old joke, the only thing that Asians don't eat, they'll eat anything that crawls, swims, or flies. The only thing they don't eat that flies is an airplane. And I think if they could saute it enough, they would that wing could.
You know that in Mexico we do the same.
Sauce, yeah.
We pretty much eat everything.
Well, the most interesting thing that I ate in Mexico, not necessarily flavor-wise, because I couldn't taste any specific flavor because it had so much garlic, and it was a escamole.
Yes.
Why don't you tell our
Like
listeners what escamole is?
How do you call it? The larvae, the egg, the ant.
Ant larvae.
Yeah.
And they're big ants, so it's like a bean-sized thing.
Yeah.
But you can't taste anything. It's just basically
No, they cook it with a lot of butter.
Butter and
usually.
garlic and olive oil.
But actually, it's a very expensive dish.
Yes, it's very expensive. Yeah, and
It's
it's very
a
good.
delicatessen.
But it's a delicacy. But you can't taste it, what that is, because I could just only taste the garlic and the butter.
Yes.
They don't use olive oil, or they use olive oil.
I don't know. I've never cooked those.
Escamole. I don't think you can get escamole. You try to bring ant larvae over here in America, and believe me, you're going to get sent back. What the hell's in there?
Actually,
ant larvae. God damn it. Will you take a look at this, Larry? God, trying to bring a damn ant larvae over here.
Yeah, but then I'll cook it and they'll be eating it.
Yeah, it tastes goddamn good. I'm telling you something else.
No, actually, I don't think you can taste pretty much anything because we use tortillas on everything, right? We like to make tacos out of anything.
Yes.
And then we add lemon, onion, cilantro, and salsa. So that's basically what it tastes, everything.
Right.
That's what it tastes like.
So to me, it was really interesting was that oh boy, we should, we're going to take a little pause, put some music, and then we're going to go pick up our kid.
Woo.
And then we'll be right back and continue with the honest opinion, or what do you call it again?
The humble opinion of the Mexican.
And Rob Schneider on See What Happens podcast. All right. Rob Schneider's dates are as follows. I'll be on tour with the great, the one and only Adam Sandler Go to adamsandler.com. Go to robschneider.com. Even better. This is my podcast. And then check out the dates. We'll be with Adam Sandler all of the month of June. And then we're going to be, you can come see me, and I'll be in New England, July 11th at the Flying Monkey Performance Center. Perfectly named for me. That's in Plymouth, New Hampshire. And then also, that's July 11th, Flying Monkey Performance Center. July 12th, I'll be at the Fox Theater in Ledyard, Connecticut. One show. And then July 13th, I love being in Boston at the Wilbur Theater. That's July 13th. So hope to see you there. You can do it! Welcome. Don't hit the microphone.
Okay.
That's like number one in microphone tapping rules. Don't tap it. Anyway, why don't you introduce yourself? Who are you?
My name is Miranda.
What do you want us to call you now?
Mandy.
Where did that come from?
Mandy came from this story that
What
people
story?
are telling stories about.
No, just hold on to it, honey. You're fine.
Me, I was called Mandy the night, and they were telling lots of stories and other stuff. So I wanted my new name to be Mandy.
Why do you get a new name? What if I get a new name?
That would be crazy.
Okay. Okay, Mandy. I'm going to start calling you Mandy now.
Okay.
All right, Mandy. So tell us, have you ever done a podcast before?
No.
Okay, so this is your first one?
Yeah.
All right, how old
No,
are you?
actually, I did this.
You've done this?
Yeah.
Where?
With Jamie.
Oh, with Jamie. That's right. Of course, that makes sense. So what, so this is the second podcast. All right, don't pull back so much, honey. Sit up a little bit.
Okay.
So tell me, how old are you?
6.5.
6.5? When did that happen?
That happened in May 5th.
May 5th, you became 6.5?
Yeah.
All right. So what is that like now? What do you feel different? What's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory.
What do you remember? Like, do you remember? You don't remember being in mommy's tummy, do you?
Yes.
You do?
I was tiny, and then my mom got me out, and I think you were the first one to hold me.
That's for sure. But that's because I told you that. What's your first real memory that you remember? Like when you were little, do you remember before you were walking?
Yeah. When someone taught me how to walk.
Someone taught you how to walk?
Wait a minute. I think I remember something else.
Tell me.
That I go to Jamboree.
Wow, that's true. You used to go to Jamboree.
And then there was this carousel that kind of made like a sound, but it didn't hurt my ears.
Okay. I know, you don't like loud stuff. Yeah.
And then I went to Disneyland to see Mickey and Minnie.
Right. That's right.
And I remember when I was using my bathing suit underpants on my head.
Right. And what was that all about?
I just wanted to be silly.
Okay, that makes sense. So what else do you remember? Do you remember before your sister was born?
Yes.
What do you remember?
I used to play with my mom a lot. I said hi to the baby inside of mom's tummy.
Right.
I used to talk to the baby.
How's it going since you're your sister? How do you feel about your sister? How's it going now?
Well, sometimes we used to fight.
Yeah, sometimes you used to fight?
Yeah,
Sometimes. It's still, I think you fight with her.
I know.
What do you guys fight over, by the way?
We fight over toys.
Yeah? What toy?
Sometimes we fight over stuffies. Sometimes microphones.
Sometimes microphones.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, you're scratching the microphone. But what do you like about your sister? Come on.
I like that she's playful.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to always give her my attention.
That's nice. You do. Right. Now, why do you think sometimes she's mean to you, your sister? What do you think that's all about? Because she's 2. You should say how old she is.
She's 2, but I think she hits me and she fights with me because she wants attention.
I think so too. Also, she wants what you're playing with, right?
Yeah, because I'm super cool.
You are super cool. Everything that you do is what?
Cool and awesome.
And everything you play with is?
Awesome.
And so she wants some of that, right?
Yeah.
Well, who wouldn't? I do. I want some of your awesomeness.
Yeah, things don't work that way.
Things don't? Tell me how it works.
It only works if you do something cool. Like buy yourself an own scooter.
Oh, yeah, because you have a cool scooter, right?
You buy yourself one.
Okay, tell me something about your sister. Like when she was at the restaurant the other night, she was in a bad mood, right?
Yeah. She hit me and she punched me.
And what did you do?
Nothing.
And you looked at me like what?
Papa, the baby hit me.
And what did I do?
Talk to her.
Right, I talked to her. What did you want me to do?
I want you to get her up to stop the problem.
Okay, right. What would you have liked me to do? After she hit you, what did you want me to do to her?
Hit her back.
I know. It's just tough because she's 2.
Yeah, she wants a lot of attention.
She does. I know. It does. So tell me, how was your school today? You had a good day at school?
Yeah, but when I went to jiu-jitsu, I actually went to jiu-jitsu.
That was your field trip today, jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
And how was that?
Great.
Because you do martial arts already. You've done martial arts for 3 years now.
I know.
What kind of martial arts do you do? What you tell people?
I think I do jiu-jitsu and karate now.
Oh, yeah, that's a new thing? What about taekwondo? You've been doing that for 3 years.
I think I do actually taekwondo and jiu-jitsu.
Okay, good. All right, good. What did you learn today?
I learned self-defense.
Which is what? What is self-defense?
And then when we
What is self-defense?
Self-defense means taking care of yourself.
Oh, good. Right.
Defending your family.
Okay, good. So you can defend your family if you need to now?
Yeah.
Good.
And then we played sword fights.
Okay, that sounds safe. And how big was
I said sword.
Oh, but that doesn't sound safe. That sounds the opposite of safe. What was I thinking?
I said sword fight.
All right. I'll tell you what we're going to do. Why don't you say...
Actually, we didn't actually use real swords.
Oh, my.
We only used puffy balls.
Puffy ball. I prefer that over swords.
I think we kind of use... Do you know those... when Master Cho uses those little pole things?
I know. I've seen that.
The green things?
Talking to the microphone. Yeah?
You know the green things?
Yeah, I know the green things.
That's what we are using for the sword fights.
That's awesome. So what do you think about... how was your school year? If you can say, what was the good part of your school year? What was the bad part?
The good part of my school year was that I got to play with all my awesome friends.
Uh-huh. What was the tough part for you?
That Weston hit me in the ball and laughed at me.
He hit you in the what?
He hit me with the ball in the stomach, and then he laughed at me.
Well, that wasn't nice.
And then I had to have an ice pack in my tummy.
That was the worst part. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry that happened. Well, I'll beat him up when I see him. I'll use my taekwondo on him. Wait a minute. You do taekwondo. You beat him up.
Actually, I kicked him.
Good for you.
I kicked him in the stomach twice.
Good. Thank you for doing that.
Twice, but even harder.
Good.
Until he actually got super hurt that he's never going to stop hitting me.
That he's never going to hit you again.
Yeah.
Well, good. He picked on the wrong kid because what's your belt now in taekwondo?
My belt is red and white. His belt is brown.
Okay, well, you're higher up then. All right, you go get your mommy. Tell her to come on in. We'll finish our little podcast. Thank you. Say bye to everybody.
Bye, everyone.
All right, you're a sweetheart.
Very nice meeting you.
Oh, I'm sure they love meeting you. You're the sweetest. I love you.
I I knew about that, by the way.
Knew about what?
Well, we were talking the other day about secrets. Remember?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, we all have our little secrets.
No, I don't. What secrets do you have? You liar.
I have a secret
What? Did you know my secrets?
that I know most of your secrets.
Oh shit. Like what?
Like that tea that you're drinking right now.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you know?
Well, I know that you shouldn't be drinking it for many reasons.
Well, it's okay. You know what tea it is. What's in there? What the leaves are?
I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to get in trouble.
It's coca leaves from Peru, and it's really it's cocaine tea, but it's not like well, it's coca leaves. That's what they make cocaine out of. But the difference between like coca leaves to cocaine is like the difference between rye bread to rye whiskey. I mean, you got to go really far. But if you just have the leaves, you can make tea out of it. And the people up in the mountains in Peru, and Colombia, in the Sierra, the Sierra, the mountains.
See, it's already affecting
in the
your
Santa
brain.
Maria, in the Santa Maria.
I think you're just making that up.
No, the Santa Maria Mountains. It's the only mountain range that's on the ocean in the world. And these incredible society of shaman live up there.
Oh, so you mean that's like a shaman drink?
Yeah, we were making this movie, The Chosen One, which I have to re-release and get that out there again. And we got these beautiful, beautiful society shamans agree to come here.
The Arhuacos?
The Arahuaco, see. And then there's also the Wiwa and the Koji. So these three groups of tribes up there that literally were never conquered by the Incas. They were never, the conquistadors never went up there. They had these secret set of steps, like these 1,300 steps. And
You count them?
Well, okay, maybe it's like 800, but I think they're 13,000 feet up. That's what it is. And there was like a secret set of like 800 steps that they would climb up to avoid everybody. And they literally were like non-contacted by like the
Lazy people.
by the Western world
Oh.
till they didn't come out till I think 1991 or 1992. They consider themselves the elder brother, and they call us the younger brother. Because we're the one fucking up the planet, according to them. And what they do is they spend they spend their days trying to balance the universe. They have these special water rituals where they balance the universe. And after a while, they said, "We just can't do it anymore. You guys are screwing it up so much, we can no longer balance the world." And that's when they came
up.
out. Yeah,
They gave
well,
up
they
on
just
us.
they had context. You guys got to stop screwing things up because they're starting to affect us. But it's beautiful. So anyway, so we were doing a movie with them, The Chosen One, and then they said they can't do the movie unless they chew on coca leaves because that's part of their thing. They chew on it all day.
They chew. Oh, okay. So they don't drink tea.
No, I'm making tea out of it. But anyway, everyone on the crew. So we tried to get some. I called the Colombian embassy in Washington D.C. and I said, "Can I get some?" I said, "Do you guys have any coca leaves?" They said, "Absolutely not. No, we do not. That's illegal in America. We don't bring the." And I said, "Listen, I got these Arahuaco shaman coming here, and they need to have coca leaves." I said, "Well, we do have some, but we cannot ship them to you. If you want them, you got to drive to the embassy in D.C. and get them." So I literally was going to like send a driver out there in a van to go like take coca leaves out because they do is that it's like they put it in a gourd. They have like this gourd, and then they take this lime, which is made of like just sand. Oh, I'm sorry, seashells that they burn down. They melt the seashells down, which turns into lime, and they put that powder, the lime powder, inside
The cocaine.
No.
Oh.
The lime powder.
So that was a powder
they put
you
in
were
the
talking
gourd, and then they put the coca leaves in there, and then they just with a stick, and they constantly sticking all day, and they go back and forth in their mouth with the coca leaves. That it breaks down the coca leaves, and they do it all day, and it's like all day long.
That sounds hygienic.
But well, anyway, so they said no, we can't. And then I realized that's a long drive. So we looked up something, I think, on the internet where they had Coke.
Amazon? You got
it's
an
called
Amazon Prime?
This is pre-Amazon Prime. This is, I think it was called Inca Tea, a company that we just looked up yesterday. Doesn't exist anymore, right, David?
For a reason.
Yeah. So anyway, so they shipped us, garbage bags. We had about 9 garbage bags worth of tea until they realized that we could be making cocaine with that, and they stopped shipping it to us. But in the meantime, we had enough for these 5 shaman to subsist for like the 6 weeks or 8 weeks we were shooting the movie.
Wow.
And they were just chewing coca leaves. And believe me, everybody on the set was chewing coca leaves after a while. I had bags of this stuff, and finally it was the last bag, and David just found it, our producer, and said, "What is this?" And I went, "That's coca leaves." And he was looked at me like, "What?" And I said, "I think it's really old. It's like 10 years old." And he said, "Well,
I think it's over 10 years old.
Maybe 12 years old, yeah. I think it went bad in 2009.
I believe you.
We got them in 2007. But anyway, but it's just tea. Tea stays for good.
They don't even drink tea out of that. You just explained that
No.
to
You
me.
can't drink. But they don't. But like most of the people, like in Peru.
But that's the real use for it.
In Peru, we got it. They make, it says Inca tea. It's tea. But we just, it's coca leaves. But you can't get coca leaves here in America. But now, this is the last bag of coca leaves that exists in America, I think, at this point. That we know of.
That we know of.
But we're making tea, and it tastes fine, right? It's supposed to, because what happens is the coca leaves expand your blood vessels. So I think when you're up at high altitude, like these guys could
You're
climb.
not in high altitude.
I know.
And you're not a shaman.
I know. But I like to play one. I play one in my mind. So anyway, so that's one of the things I have, and now you know what it is. Now you know it's coca leaf, and now you know it's almost gone.
Yeah.
You can have some if you want.
No, I'm okay. I don't want to have any like food poisoning or anything. That when I go to the hospital, they ask me like, "What do you have?" I have to explain and then get kicked out of the country. No, thank you.
You're not getting kicked out. You're a citizen, though.
I know.
Amazing.
Hey, remember my ceremony?
That was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes, but remember who else was there?
Yeah, Klay Thompson's. The great Golden State Warriors player and three-point shooting phenomenon. Klay Thompson's dad from the Bahamas was becoming a citizen. And also
the one and only
Fabio.
Yes.
He was not as tall. He looks like he's about 6'4". He wears big boots. But he's actually about 5'8", I think.
Oh, you're such a hater.
No,
Leave
I'm
him
sorry.
Alone.
I just
he
assumed
looked amazing.
He looked amazing. He's in incredible shape, and he's Italian. I didn't know he's Italian.
Well, Fabio.
I thought he was like Greek or something, but he looks like he's Italian. He's a handsome man, and he's great. He was so happy.
He still has like the long hair.
Beautiful hair, though, because I know like, a lot of guys when they get a little bit older, it starts to thin a little bit. You know, I'm not saying names or anything. Maybe me. And but he looked great, huh?
He did, yes.
And that was a great day for you.
He was very nice.
He was very nice. It was a great day for you.
Yeah, he carried you, and we took a picture of it.
I think he did pick me up.
Like one of his book covers.
Yes, instead of carrying a woman in a flowing gown, it was me in a cheap suit.
Well, it was very nice. He was lovely.
You know who was here trying to do a little bit with me, trying to do a podcast with me, was Miranda, our daughter.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
Our 6-year-old. Yeah, she's not shy. We got to get her out of her shell. No, she's not shy at all.
No, she's great. And little Madeline was actually telling you do not threaten Miranda.
I know. I threatened to say that she doesn't eat her green beans. She's not going to get any pie.
Yes, which I totally agree.
Cherry pie.
To be honest,
eat your green beans. You're not going to get any pie.
Things.
What?
We have to do those things. We have to get them to eat their veggies.
I don't know how else you're going to get their veggies if you don't make so. You have to that's the thing I've heard, our good friends.
Do it through manipulation.
Well, no, it's just that what something that they really want. And
That's
then
manipulation.
Threaten to take away. Well, I don't know what the hell else to do. How are you going to get them to eat their veggies?
No, I don't care. I don't care if we're manipulating them.
Okay,
I just want them
good.
to be healthy.
She is such a pure kid, though. I mean, all kids. So there's no filter. No filter. Mm-hmm. I love what she said to the neighbor. Why don't you tell them what they said to the neighbor?
Oh, my God. That was the cutest thing. So we have these neighbors. We had them for 3 years.
Great people.
Great people. And their kids were lovely, and Miranda loved to play with them.
Andrea and Alexandra.
Yes. And little Dario and Melina.
Who
were
speak
the
Greek,
little-
Italian, and English. Is beautiful.
Yes. That was amazing.
Miranda
huh?
trying to communicate with them was great because Miranda speaks Spanish, of course.
Yes.
I don't, but she does, and she was trying to speak Spanish as if, Dario's supposed to speaking Spanish.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
you know
similar.
what? Yeah, it is similar enough that they could understand each other. But anyways, they had to leave, and they
Moved back to Switzerland, our
yes.
neighbors.
And so Miranda is giving Dario the biggest hug, and she's telling him like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss you so much." And as soon as she finished saying, "I'm gonna miss you so much," she said, "I can't wait to meet the new neighbors." I was like, "What?"
I miss you so much. I can't wait to meet the new neighbors. It's gonna be fun.
Like she was still hugging him when she said that,
Oh.
and I think he was a little confused about
A
that.
hurt, maybe.
No,
Oh
but
my
confused.
God. I want to
But
think
yes.
hurt.
Yes, but anyways.
Speaking of hurt.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah. She's got like. She wants a new pet. We told her,
Yes.
we have a pet right now.
We have a pet. We have a
we have an old dog
yes, and a fish.
and a fish. Mm-hmm. She doesn't realize it's like the third or fourth fish at this point, does she?
I know,
We just keep replacing the fish.
with the same color fish.
Bloob Bloob. I think she renamed it like Ed or something recently.
Oh, she did.
She's renamed. She wants us to call
Yeah.
her Mandy now, no longer Miranda.
I know.
I just think Miranda's such a nicer name than Mandy.
It is beautiful. She likes Mandy.
Yeah, we'll get her
So
out
we
of
gotta-
that.
Well, it's like Madeline. She likes to be called Madeline.
Because that's what her sister calls her.
Yes.
Well, she doesn't like to be called. That's what she thinks her name is.
No, because sometimes we try Madeline and she says no, Madeline. So she likes Madeline.
All right, whatever.
Yeah.
She's 2.
But anyways, we were
She'll grow
talking
out of
about that she wants to have another, a new pet, and she said she wanted a cat, and you said no because
No.
you don't like cats.
I hate cats.
Why?
Because they just, their hair is like little spikes and it goes up your nose. It's the worst.
That's
the
true.
dander is like the worst because they lick their fur and then that flakes off, and it's like if you look at it under a microscope, and I've never done this, but if you did, what I've heard is that it's like a pine cone, really sharp, and that's what itches the crap out of your nose. Is like it's the saliva. They're constantly licking themselves, and that gets in the air, and the next thing you know, it's all in my nose and
Yes.
in a
Your
large
lungs.
in my lungs, and I'm achoo. No, and I don't like.
You know what I don't like?
I like
about cats?
tigers, and if you had like a midget tiger, you can probably talk me into it.
No.
If they had like a tiger, and you can say, we're going to stop this thing from growing at about the same size as like twice the size of your cat, I go okay.
I wouldn't
I'll get
have
that.
a tiger at all.
I don't want to have any wild
because sometimes
animals.
I trip, so I don't want to.
What?
I don't want to get eaten by my.
You don't want to get your throat eaten by. You accidentally slipped on your.
Just because I'm clumsy? No, thank you.
I know that does happen.
Yeah. Remember that show we used to love?
Oh, that was the best show.
Fatal Attraction.
Oh yeah, on was it the History Channel or no?
No, it wasn't National Geographic.
Animal Planet, National Geographic. I
One
think.
of those.
It had to be one of those 3.
Yes.
There's only 4 that are possible: Discovery Channel, National Geographic,
Animal
Planet, and the History Channel. Those are the only ones that show that stuff.
Yes.
So you guys, if you're looking, but anyway, that was
a great show.
because you knew there's at every episode, basically people who have pets.
Yes.
And they're dangerous pets, and at the end of episode, every episode, it kills the person. It starts on the death, the discovered body. It's eaten by a giant ginkgo snake or whatever was that big. What's that snake?
Oh, no anaconda.
Well, the big anaconda. Tell that story.
Oh yeah, that
Sleeping
was
next to the
creepy.
lady. Oh my God, he's sleeping right next to me.
Yes.
He loves me. He was actually he
was
laid
this-
straight next to me. What was that?
Yeah, there was this woman living with an anaconda.
Good
as a
idea.
Pet. Like that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told a friend, "Oh my God, because the anaconda was free in her house, right?
Oh yeah, it had free reign.
Yeah. So she told the friend that the anaconda was sleeping next to her, that she would wake up and the anaconda was like straight, like next to her.
Yeah.
She was like, "That's so sweet." And the friend told her, like, "It's measuring you. It's going to eat you."
He wants to see if you could fit
Exactly.
in its mouth.
Yes.
And the rest of you.
Yes.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, so every one of these episodes has this kind of
Yeah.
macabre,
Yeah.
death death by pet. That's what they
Yes.
should call it.
Yeah, exactly.
Death by pet. But Fatal Attraction, I guess, is a little better.
I think that was
I
a
like
little
Death
bit
by
because
Pet.
everyone had like these crazy thoughts that those animals were actually their friends.
Yeah, like a guy had a buffalo in his house. And actually, that one didn't exist. That one didn't end in death.
Not everything ended in
But
death.
most of them did.
Yes.
Let's be honest.
There was a guy remember the guy who wrestled with the crocodiles and it would be like swimming with them.
Yeah.
Not the Australian guy.
You're talking about the
There was
crocodile
another
hunter.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was another guy who actually was like wrestling.
I don't remember this episode.
You don't remember that one?
I thought no. Wait a minute. He had
them.
a farm.
Well, not a farm, but I think
He did. No. He had a bunch of them, and I think it was like an alligator farm.
he lived close to a place that had like alligators and stuff. And he
I think it was
just
an
jumped
alligator
in the
farm.
water
Oh,
and,
okay.
and like
And they
hawk them and
Bad idea,
call them
right?
friends and
well, people personify animals and think
it's
they're just
always
like
a
us.
bad idea.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I don't think like nothing good is ever gonna come after saying, guess what?
Guess what I got?
Yeah.
5,000
I have a
lions.
shark.
There are 5,000 lions that are privately owned in America. 5,000 that they know of. There's probably
wow.
more. And it's what happens is, there's a storm. Whatever happens in like Florida, which to me, all the crazy fucked up things that happen usually are in Florida. If it's really fucked up, it's in Florida. Like, for instance, like Hurricane Andrew, which is like, I think 1992. They had all these, a few snakes, these Burmese pythons, were privately held. And there's a lot of like exotic pets for some reason in Florida. And a lot of people who like smoke, snort bath salts is another thing they have in Florida. Remember that homeless guy got his face eaten? Remember that?
Yes.
That story?
I was hoping you were not going to mention that because I did not want to remember that.
The homeless guy got his face eaten. They said, can you imagine that guy? I mean, I bet he didn't see that coming. There's a naked guy running towards me. What's the worst that can happen? Maybe he fucks me. I haven't been fucked in a long time. Maybe, maybe it won't be such a bad thing. And then maybe it'll turn into something. Maybe then he'll go home. I'll go home. Wait, I don't have a home. He's eating my face. He's eating my face. So anyway.
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear all that.
I'm sorry. So anyway, what happened was these Burmese pythons during the storm of 1992, Hurricane Andrew, people evacuated their house. And of course, they didn't, let's take the pet snake with us in the car, in the Volkswagen.
Yeah.
They left the pet behind, and then the storm knocked out a couple of these homes over.
And that's
and
how
then
they
snakes
got
got
out?
out. And each of these Burmese pythons could lay like 200 to 300 eggs.
Oh, wow.
The next thing you know, the Everglades now are filled with these pythons, these Burmese pythons. And it's totally an unnatural state for them and for the Everglades. And so these alligators are like, fighting with these giant, pythons. And they actually go python hunting now out in the Everglades. And they found them as much as up to 30 to 40 feet. I think the biggest one that's been found. But anyway, can you imagine, if you try to sneak some fruit or an orange, into Florida, but what do you got in there? Like a fruit fly? Give me that damn thing. You know, can ruin that orange can ruin the whole state. What's in the basket? What's that? Some kind of snake from Indonesia? All right, let it in. Just make sure it fucks everything when you bring it in. All right, there. Let it go now. So anyway, going back to Miranda's
the
pets.
cat.
Yeah, the cat. I don't like cats.
Yeah,
Do you like cats?
No, I don't like cats either.
Yeah.
No, I don't like
Because they ruin your furniture.
Exactly. I hate that.
So what we're saying is we like our furniture.
We like our furniture, and I think we both are very like how can I say it without using the word exaggerated or like
Extreme.
obsessive, compulsive, or
I mean, like, yeah.
we
Yes.
don't like our pets in our furniture.
That's true.
Either
Yeah. They have their own
either
furniture.
cats or dogs. So like we don't let
They
them
have their
jump
own-
in the couch, and we
their
don't
own
let them do
furniture,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They got their own furniture.
I just don't like I don't.
Camilo has 2 beds.
Yes,
Not our bed. And he's got a blanket upstairs in our room.
that's
On the
true.
occasional treat that he gets up there.
Occasionally, when he's clean.
When he makes a run for it. He gets up
Hey,
in our
remember
bedroom.
we used to live in this house that had a beautiful TV room.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? It was like at the bottom.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
gorgeous. We
Beautiful.
loved that place.
I fell
It
down
was- it
there
was-
one time.
I remember that. That
fell
was
down the stairs.
terrifying.
Well, I was carrying the suitcases both at the same time.
Yes. It was a bad idea.
No,
Because also you didn't even close the suitcase.
No, because I didn't want to. I was just taking it downstairs to take everything out of it. Why would you want to close it?
Well, because it's easier to carry.
I realized that as I was falling down the stairs.
Yes, I heard that. I heard
Yeah.
that, and I looked
What did it sound like?
like dung 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 dung. It was really bad. It was scary.
Yeah, and then what'd you see when you?
Well, I saw you, and you were like, you felt like half of your body was inside of the suitcase.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I got really scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, if I call 911 and I tell them what happened, they're going to think that I threw you or something.
Well, you're always guilty about everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
Feeling guilty.
No, not feeling guilty, but it's just like,
Oh, you felt.
like every time that, like the husband has an accident
Yeah.
or the wife has an accident.
No, it's always the spouse.
Exactly. That's what I was like, how am I going to explain them?
I love them.
Just because he was lazy and he didn't want to close the suitcase.
I know. I don't like closing the suitcase because I just like to have it open unless I'm completely unpacked. The one here in the
Yeah,
hallway.
but that was going to be like something that they were not going to believe.
What about the suitcase you fell into at our old house?
Oh my God. That was horrible.
I'm sorry. I put the suitcase next to the bed.
But you're right. You like open suitcases because that was exactly what happened. The suitcase was open, very close to the bed, on the way to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of the night and I just wanted to use the restroom. And
Yes.
I tripped on something and I fell inside of the suitcase.
Yeah.
And I actually hurt my shin.
You got a bad scar there.
Yeah.
That
Thank
hurt.
you.
Yeah.
Hey, but going back to the to the house with the white carpet.
Yes.
Well, so we have this white carpet.
Shag.
And suddenly,
Shag carpet. I mean, like a big, thick white carpet.
yes,
Very white.
very white.
At least it was white for a while.
Yes, and then suddenly it was having like these weird brown stripes. Remember, like all over. It's like, wait a minute, what is that? Like it has brown stripes all over, and we didn't know. We didn't know what it was till one day
Yeah.
I saw Camilo,
Our dog.
our dog, wiping his ass. In the
Scooting.
carpet.
Scooting.
Yes.
Scoot, 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 scoot with his ass.
That was the grossest thing ever.
Well, I mean, our shag carpet was his toilet paper, basically.
Yeah.
He goes, you know what? I got something perfect the way to finish this one off. Right here in the shag
That
carpet.
was
Scoot,
gross.
scoot, 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 scoot,
I
scoot.
know.
At least it was a straight line. So we had that going for
That
us.
was-
When you realized
that was
what that was, you
terrible.
were horrified.
Yes. So, anyways, so Miranda wants to have another pet.
Yeah.
And we don't want to have a cat.
Right.
And she said, well, I want to have a puppy.
What?
And we told her no.
No.
Right? Because we have Camilo already.
We have a dog.
Yes. And then she said, what she said?
When Camilo dies, can I get another pet?
Yes. So I don't know if she's looking forward to that.
Yeah. It was just horrible to hear.
I know.
Camilo was in the room, too, and he kind of looked up and we're like, what?
I know.
Camilo's like,
That's the thing about kids. Like, they really don't have filter. They say everything.
wow, that's true, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they eventually learn
They
that it's
do.
better to lie sometimes.
It is better. So,
Gets you out of trouble.
what
If you
surprised
don't get caught.
what has surprised you, the difference between the first kid and the second kid? I can't believe you had the second kid, by the way.
Yes.
That was a shocker.
That was a shocker.
I burned my mouth on a pizza one time. I never went back to that restaurant. I can't believe you have two kids.
Yes. Well, we weren't going to have another kid, remember? Like, we talked
No,
about
yeah.
it, and we waited almost 4 years.
Yeah. Well, you just were so dead set against it. I was always for it. But then finally you had a moment of weakness.
I had 1 day of weakness.
Yeah.
One only.
Maybe we should have another kid because you were concerned about Miranda.
Yes. Yeah, because you know what? And now, like, I can't imagine my life without Madeline.
Oh, yeah.
She's the best.
She's such a sweetheart.
I know.
The 2-year-old. Oof.
She's amazing. But anyways, yeah. No, it was a 1 day, I swear, of maybe we should have another baby. God, you're fertile.
Yeah, that was the one shot we had.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Oldies but goodies.
Oldies but goodies. Some of my little swimmers don't have tails. But I'm in my 50s, but a few of them are, what they lack in numbers, they more than make up with in desire. So,
anyways, what else?
So how long has Miranda been doing Taekwondo? You did Taekwondo as a kid, right?
Yes, I did. And I loved it.
So how long has she been doing Taekwondo now?
3 years.
She was 3 when she started.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that was amazing, huh?
Yeah.
That she was so little.
Yeah,
now
she's-
our little one actually is doing Taekwondo.
Yeah, in a
She's
diaper.
2.5. In a diaper.
Yeah, she's almost ready to get out of them diapers.
I know.
She's size 6. That's it. You don't go to size 7.
Yeah.
Size 7, you're like, you're in school, pooping your pants. Size 6 is it.
No, that's it. Yeah, and then it
35
goes all
pounder.
the way to adult.
No, it goes from size 6 to adult incontinence.
I know.
It goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Incontinence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit your pants.
Oh God. Stop.
You,
Yeah, but do you like martial arts?
I love it. I just think, you got to really, you got to consistently do it. I loved it. I did it. I don't do it anymore. I wish I did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very good, it's a good exercise and it's good
Yeah.
self-discipline. And it's also good for kids, so kids, but you know what though? It's funny in a real fight, you forget all technique.
That's not true.
Your technique kind of just goes, hopefully some of it stays with you. But like normally from everything I've heard is when a real fight happens, the technique goes out the window and you just start wailing.
I gotta say that.
But you got the real fight, yeah.
Once I got attacked by a girl in school, and my reaction, my instinct was kicking.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I kicked. So
What
that's what
hap-
I'm saying. I
what
don't think you forget the technique.
That's good. Well, I hope not. You don't forget all of it. But what did that girl?
I don't even know who she was. Like I don't know. I didn't know anything.
She just hit you?
Yeah.
Probably jealous.
Probably she was so jealous. No, or probably I wasn't even the right person or anything. I mean, I had no clue.
And you
Seriously.
kicked her? Who got the worst of it?
Probably her.
Yeah.
I was a champion in Taekwondo back then.
Wow.
Yeah. So that kick hurt. Yeah. But hey, but actually Miranda's doing pretty good. And I want them to learn because if they need to defend themselves at some point,
It's good too.
they can use it.
Kicking
it's
is
there.
good.
It's better to have something that
Yeah.
can-
It's confidence
you can
too.
use. Yeah. Exactly. It gives them confidence. I mean, it's not like we're encouraging them to fight or anything,
Yeah.
unless someone is bullying them.
Then beat the shit out of them.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's
Why
it.
not?
That's what I grew up with. And
Me
the
too.
school she's going to now is not like fight back school. It's like, okay, can we talk about your channel? Did you not open up a channel with Miranda? Well, let's open up a channel and let's, is there a way we can, what's the term that they use again?
I don't know. Let's see.
you
Let's have a
consider-
checkup.
Can we check in?
Oh,
Did you
check
not
in.
check in? Well, how about as an option? If this kid hits me, I'm going to hit that fucking kid
Exactly.
harder.
Yeah.
And then the option will be that you won't probably ever do that again.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
How about that as an option?
Yep. I like that option.
But then if you,
But then you get in trouble if you do that.
yeah.
Right?
So we should be in trouble then because that's what we tell her to do.
Yes.
But the thing is, look,
I'm okay. I told her if you hit someone because you're defending yourself,
it's okay.
it's okay, and I'll deal with the problem.
Okay.
Let the teacher call me. And then
I agree with that.
And then I'll beat that bitch. Just kidding.
Yes.
I'm a nice person.
Okay. Well, thank you for that beautiful dinner tonight.
It was good, huh?
Yeah. Thank you. It was beautiful.
It was nice.
We had
black
we had
beans.
puerco. We had pig with. We had pork with. What was that sauce?
That was a tomatillo sauce. Very
Beautiful.
nice. Spicy.
Spicy tomatillo sauce. Not too spicy, but spicy enough to
Yeah.
let you know you're eating something.
Yes.
And then also the beautiful the beans.
Yeah.
legumes.
Black beans.
The frijoles.
Yes.
Frijoles con ajo y cebolla.
Yes. Garlic and onions. And that's
And beautiful,
it.
right? That was
They
it?
were great. Yeah, well, we had some green beans also for the kids.
Yeah.
And for
That was nice.
us a little bit. Yes, but what I'm really looking forward to is I made the beautiful cherry pie that is waiting.
First cherry pie ever made.
Waiting over there. Yes.
Yeah. Why did you want to make it? Well, because I know why, but tell everybody why you wanted to get involved in baking and cooking.
Oh, because I am very paranoid and I don't trust anyone.
I know.
And
I know.
And yeah, so I don't know. And also because cakes are super expensive. They really are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like how much is a cake? I don't even know.
well, like a fondant cake could be like $300.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a punch in the face for a cake.
I think it is a lot. It is a lot
So
of money.
you're talking about a special cake that a baker makes for you.
Yes, I mean
With
a
the
birthday.
fondant, I believe you is
Yeah, but it's a
Absolument.
birthday cake, and that's like usually the kids want to have like a theme, and then it's like I want Peppa Pig, or I want
I want mommy and dad to have to
Frozen.
move into an apartment. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, anyways,
So that's why.
So they're super expensive, and
And ingredients,
and
right?
ingredients, exactly, because you
Ingredientes.
pay a lot. But I don't know if they're using the best ingredients, and I wanted to learn how to do that so I can actually put the
Yeah.
good ingredients in there.
What are the good ingredients?
And also because I'm a clean freak, and also I want to make sure that like I know that I wash my hands when I touch everything,
right.
and I don't know about about other people.
True that.
Sometimes they're like taking pictures with their phones or whatever. They don't wash their hands. Do you know like how dirty a cell phone could be? Because usually people take them in the bathroom,
Oh God.
so it's like ridiculously dirty.
Oh man.
Yes,
Clean your phones, people.
yes.
That's disgusting.
Yes. So, anyways, being so paranoid and clean freak,
That
that's
you
why
just
I took a
Grossed me
baking-
out.
I took a baking class for that reason.
I didn't realize you were taking a baking class that was related to like
Germs.
bathroom cell phone usage.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
Yeah.
I
So
believe
that
you.
was it. I wish I could say, well, because it's being my passion for. No, it's just like
It's been not your passion, your prevention.
exactly.
Disease prevention.
This is my disease prevention, and also it's a money saving thing.
Okay, well, you're such a
Yes.
sweetheart. I love you. Okay, so we're going to have Patricia, or as I like to call her, the humble opinion of the Mexican, again soon. This has been See What Happens with Rob Schneider. Thanks
And
for
me.
listening. And Patricia Maya. Where do they find you on your Instagram?
I am Patricia Maya.
You are.
Yes,
You're incredible.
that's how you find
Okay.
me.
That's how you can find her. And this has
Yes.
been See What Happens with Rob Schneider and Patricia Maya and Miranda.
And
Schneider.
Miranda.
She likes to be called Mandy. We got to get her out of
Mandy.
that.
No, call her Mandy.
Whatever
she likes that.
All right, whatever she wants. And that'll do it for this time. See you next time. You can do it.